to convince me that you can provide that service to the United States. You had previously said that prioritizing assistance to Ukraine to fight Vladimir Putin over preparing our Taiwan and Taiwan's forces in the Pacific would cause Beijing to doubt America's commitment to Taiwan's defense. So let me say again, you said that by prioritizing assistance to Ukraine, we were, in your opinion, we would cause Beijing, this is a direct quote from you, cause Beijing to doubt America's commitment to Taiwan's defense. The United States military's footprints in Southcom AOR is now reaching more than 10% of the Navy's total assets, even before the arrival of the USS Gerald Ford Carrier Strike Group and its accompanying 10,000 additional personnel. Do you agree with Vice President Vance that this is the highest and best use of our military?
Senator, President Trump has been unequivocal that we should prioritize defending our homeland. I come from a community that has been affected by the narcotics of the type that the president has set his sights on here. And so I do believe and strongly support prioritizing defense of our homeland. I would offer, however, that that is not mutually exclusive with also prioritizing and doing what is required to ensure a robust military deterrent in the Western Pacific against China, nor is it mutually exclusive to our ability to remain deeply engaged in Europe and the Middle East in a manner consistent with the president's intent.
So you're saying you disagree with the vice president when he said that the highest and best use of our military in describing the arrival of the USS Gerald Ford Carrier Strike Group and its accompanying 10,000 personnel to the Indo-Pacific?
I apologize. I think that was a long way of saying I do agree with the vice president.
So you do agree with the vice president, but Jin, you also, I think your logic seems inconsistent. You reject the U.S. opposing Putin because you think it distracts from the Pacific, but you're not brave enough to sound the same alarm as Trump significantly redirects our naval and maritime resources to South America, taking away from the Indo-Pacific region, our most maritime area of operation. I'm not quite sure why you would not object to burning the readiness of our already stressed fleet to do a fundamentally law enforcement mission in the Western Hemisphere, nor why you, a vehement defender of deterring the PRC over all else, would not be concerned about the signal these deployments are sending to the PRC about our capability to respond to any aggression in Indo-Pacific. Clearly, your analysis shifts based on the winds around you and who you are trying to please, and I worry that you're unable to apply any consistent and objective rigor to your advising and are unable to speak truth to power, and that our national security will suffer as a result of that.
Well, perhaps you can answer on the record, Mr. Velez-Green. Senator Budd.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Again, thank you all for being here.